What is going on, YouTube? I am Chad. It is October now, and in the Northeast that means it is getting cold. So with that, we have the Cubic Grizzly wood stove. It's the larger of the two. We're going to be installing it today in a Ford E350 Boxvan. This is actually a 16 or 18 foot box, has a 3-foot attic, which is where the camera is right now. And then it has a fiberglass shell. So this install is probably applicable to all RVs or vans with fiberglass shells, or even just a flat top van, like any van. Last year in our conversion we ended up running propane heat. It wasn't really our favorite. I'm a big skier, I love skiing. I want to be where the snow is. I want to be warm. I want to be able to also dry my clothes off, which is what dry heat from one of these stoves will do, unlike propane, where you end up having condensation on the walls, on the windows, and no bueno. So hope this is helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Looking to start doing more YouTube videos, especially as we hit the road and travel, meet cool people, see cool things. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a little community. So be sure to leave a like and a comment below with any questions. Without further ado, here's the install. So the first thing I want to talk about is, we gotta touch on it real quick, is safety. So obviously these stoves burn pretty hot. You can't have wood right behind them. You have to protect the wall, make sure you're protecting what's under it. You see we've done some tile here to protect it. Under that is 1/2-inch cement board. And we'll be bolting this down in order to keep it steady while we drive. And behind it I've gotten some steel. It's actually kitchen steel for an oven, I think, behind an oven. But it's 25 gauge, it should do the job. We've also had to space it. There's an inch gap. It's really tough to see in this lighting. Let me see if I can brighten that up, and there we go. So you can kind of see the inch gap behind it with the spacers. We have these black spacers. That's the proper gap. On this side you can see we've just cut that and done a little bit of trim. So make sure you don't set your place on fire. Do everything safely. That should keep it nice and safe in here. But be sure you install your stove safely. Cannot stress that enough. So we've found where we want to mount it. I've taken into account where the solar panels are on the back, where the hole above this is going to go, what it's going to go into, where the studs are, because we actually have metal studs in this box. There's some right up behind this wall, but we are just going to miss them with our placement in front of it, so that is great. So yeah, planning is very important. So once you've got where you want this to be installed, you're going to take a little marker, one that fits under here. This is actually a dry erase marker, but that's okay because we're going to go over it with Sharpie after. And you are going to want to mark these spots. We have our 4 spots where we're going to drill out. Now the holes are 1/4 inch, so we're going to use a 1/4 inch drill bit and drill through. And you can see below, I already have a bowl sitting there. Hopefully makes cleanup easier. Now that we got the holes drilled, plop this guy back up there and see if we can line it up and bolt it in. So now that we bolted down the stove, it's time to fix the pipe and put another hole in our ceiling. Just slides right over the stove. Voila. So from here, I'm just going to take a pencil. I'm going to put it where I think the middle is and go straight up. So that will be the center of our 5-inch hole. So now we're gonna drill the center of our hole, and then we're gonna go on the roof and cut it out. So this is about the point where it should start raining because we just put a hole in our roof. So before we head outside, we're actually just going to take that 5-inch trim piece and trace it on some cardboard and break your pencil in the process. See how it is. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, so now we're on the roof. You can see our solar panels, and right here you can see our hole. So I knew I was going to be close to the solar panels, and I actually have plans to move that panel back. I also, you know, it's going to be a lot higher than that. We have a spark arrestor, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so now that we've got our hole and our template, we are going to keep it in there with the pencil. Take our Sharpie and trace it. Test that. Looks good. Alright, now we'll take our drill, put it right on the edge of that circle. Get a nice starting point for our jigsaw. Make sure you do shut the power off before you do any cutting. That way you don't kill yourself. Moment of truth, did we cut any wires? Holy shit. We didn't cut them. Sure, that'd be great. Thank you. So, now that we have the pipe coming out the roof, we need to measure where we're gonna cut it. So for us, we have a 4.5-inch cap. We want to be about 12 over the roof line. So we're going to be looking to cut it where I've marked it at about 7.5 inches above the roof line. This 7.5 plus 4.5 will give us a 12-inch clearance at the top of the cap. You're going to want to just measure that, draw your line around, take it to the angle grinder, give it a cut. And you get both pipes.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor.
Now if when you cut it, the double wall pipe falls apart, like this, that's alright, because once that second piece is underneath it, it should just slide and line up, and you're going to end up putting a screw in it anyway to seal it at the joint, so all is good. Alright, now that they're cut, we'll take the inner pipe, because it came out, remember the double wall, slide it in there, be careful on the top, that's where we cut, still a little sharp, and we'll take our other pipe, slide right over it, there's our double wall. Beauty. Now we need to fit the 5-inch pipe on. So all we're gonna do here, squeeze it over, put it in, and get it all the way down until it's flush, just like so, with our 3-inch. And now we have to go inside and mark about 2 inches in where we're gonna make that cut and where we're gonna add that 3 to 5 inch trim piece. All right, now that we're back inside, so they say to leave about, 2 inches or so of the 5-inch inside. I was actually gonna bring it all the way down, but they told me not to. They said that would cause the pipe to cool off too quickly. So yeah, oh well. So we're gonna take our tape measure and we're gonna come down and we're just gonna mark it at 2 inches. I'll take this off, I'll measure 11 inches up everywhere, and then we'll make that cut on the 5-inch. See you then. Just cut away all that excess. Alright, now that we have that, we'll slide it back on our pipe, which is harder than it sounds with this insulation. Make sure the insulation is staying, and line it up. Come on. You're just gonna want to get it level with this pipe right here. So now all the hot gases will come out the middle, and it's protected by this pipe, which on a really cold day will stop it from cooling off too fast and gunking up the pipe and creating a fire hazard. So from here, we will go inside and we will see how that looks inside and install that 3-inch little adapter piece. Cool. Alright, so we're now inside, and you can see got about 2 inches up there. So you're gonna wanna get this 3-inch pipe disattached like so. Oh, they split, so both of them, just like that. Get that collar over it, get the pipes back in. Really make sure that's connected. Get the inside pipe in. There it goes. Alright, we got it down. And now, to go up on the roof, make sure that didn't move. Make sure the level at the top's still the same before I secure that and drill it in through the sides. Alright, I've gone up and checked. We are all level at the top. So now it's time to secure this 3 to 5 adapter right here. Alright, now I've got all 3 in. We'll spin this to get that seam over to the back. Everything looks good, and it does. Good. And of course, now that we have a hole in the roof, the skies, they're turning gray. So let's get this patched up before the rain comes. I'm gonna take our Dektite booting, and this is a 5-inch pipe, so we're gonna cut it at the 4.5 to 5 1/4 line, and it points up. Make sure you don't cut this with a razor knife, because it's not as precise. Alright. 4.5, 5.25. We'll just trim that up nicely. Gonna slide this through it. Alright. So it looks pretty good. Now to seal it, I'm going to use this 500-degree sealant. Got this off Amazon. Links to pretty much everything I use will be in the description. If it's from Amazon, like the sheet metal. Behind it, this, yeah, Dektite boot. Got it a lot cheaper there. So yeah, I'll have links for those. This I actually got at Home Depot. It's 25 bucks. It's made for gas, but cubicmini said they've had customers use it and had success. I did put a stainless steel screen in there as a spark arrestor. That way nothing can go flying out. Yeah, so let's seal it. This stuff actually dries in 20 minutes. So I'll keep some weight on it for a while when I'm done. And I'm also gonna overlap these edges to really seal it. Now that we've got a healthy amount under it, sticking it down, we're gonna overlap this edge a little bit and create a nice little barrier so no water can get under there. Just enough. Now I've got a little glove, a little cardboard. See if I can not take any away, but make sure that this whole thing, as I take a lot away, make sure that's all the way down and sealed to the roof. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's sealed pretty well. Can't touch the camera now. Like I said, 20 minutes, that'll be dry. Don't want to touch it right now and ruin the seal. Once that's dry, we'll throw the cap back on. Alright, now that's been about 20 minutes. Make sure all these are lined up once again for the last time. And slide our cap on. Tighten it up. Alright, now that you're done, especially done on the roof, if you have a fiberglass roof, I suggest you go change your pants because I had fiberglass poking me, which sucks. Alright, anyway, now we're on to the final step, which is our trim piece that'll cover it up on the inside. So this just kind of overlaps, fits nice, looks good. We're all done, I'm happy, you're happy, everything is great. As long as we don't burn down. So for this, they actually didn't give you screws. I am just using this little truss-headed screw. It's self-tapping, so I don't have to go through the metal. I don't have to pre-drill it. I hate pre-drilling. A lot of times that screws me though. But such is life. Do a little balancing act, do a little dance. So in my case, I can't see the back ones, so I'm not even gonna do them. And just like that, our wood stove is installed. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this makes someone want to get a wood stove. I was gonna get one last winter, had no idea how I was gonna install it, and that is kind of what made it not happen last year, and figuring it out is what made it happen this year. So hopefully this helps someone out there. If anyone wants a follow-up to this, answering questions, please leave them down below in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you. Please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help. It'll actually make me want to post more. This is either my first or second video. I got a composting toilet. I haven't edited that yet, but I did make a video showing you that composting toilet is not a $1,000 one, but it's a $600 one. It's the only one under $1,000 that I could really find. So yeah, if you want more videos like this, if you want to see the entire van, things like that, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to post stuff, and hopefully this helps someone out. Anyways guys, take care, and I hope you guys have a great day.